Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a discussion video for today. We're going to be going over a comment that Norman Reedus made in a recent interview in regards to the ending of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon and how he promises the fans that it is a very satisfying conclusion. So, in an interview with IGN, this woman was basically asking Norman and Melissa questions about how it feels to wrap up the Daryl Dixon show, and in that, he made sure to really highlight that it's a satisfying ending.
We have an arc through France, and then we have an arc through Spain, and it kind of wraps up in Spain, and the way that it ends kind of is a satisfying ending, so it was sort of the plan all along.
And what does a satisfying ending look like?
Yeah, Norman, what does that look like?
I mean, that's kind of a trick question, isn't it?
Yes,
it's a satisfying ending. Yeah, I just think all the storylines wrap up in a way that will be satisfying to the viewer.
Like a good satisfying cry, or?
I can't tell you. And to be honest, we don't have the last two scripts. We just have ideas so far. Yeah.
Wow, it could end up being nearly anything at that point.
Again, proving more and more that the theory that we've all had is very likely, more than likely going to happen, which is at the end of season 4 of Daryl Dixon, which is the season that they're filming right now, the season that we will probably be seeing later next year, could have a reunion with him and Rick. Now, that would be awesome because, again, you know, that's something that I've really been pushing for. I've really been hoping that that's something that they can pull off, mostly because I think it's something that we really should get, and not only that, but obviously Norman kind of saying that the ending is satisfying in every way. They wanted to go satisfying with it. It would not be satisfying if Daryl stayed overseas at the end of the show. It wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way you can tell me that they're going to end the Daryl show with him overseas, and that's just what's going to happen. There's absolutely no way you can convince me that that's what they're going to do. Absolutely not. So, what I think is going to happen here, if you want my honest thoughts, is that I believe that we will see, at least in some way, shape, or form, Daryl returned to Alexandria, or Commonwealth, I guess, because I guess technically the Alexandria set has been sold now, from my understanding. They're not able to film in that location, at least as far as I know, because, again, I've heard people have mentioned that apparently there's no filming going down there, but there is still the Commonwealth set that they do still have at their disposal. Apparently Alexandria can't film at anymore, so I don't know if we're ever going to see that again. We'll probably hear mentions of it, you know what I mean? Like when we see sequences down the line at the Commonwealth, because I think we all know we'll see scenes at the Commonwealth again, you know? But they'll probably mention Alexandria, but we probably just won't see it because of budget or, you know, anything like that, which is cheap for sure, but that's what I think's happening. But I do believe that we will see Commonwealth again, and I do think that Daryl at the end of season 4 will go back to Commonwealth, because how else can you make it satisfying? You know what I mean? You can't make it satisfying that, Daryl just stays in Spain with Carol and that's it. Like, they're making sure to highlight that it is a satisfying conclusion. So what I'm assuming is that it's a satisfying conclusion because Daryl goes home. And the only way that you can have Daryl go home and have it be satisfying is for him to meet up with Rick. So I do believe that they are going to pay Andrew Lincoln to come back and do a quick episode for the series finale. I do think so. Now, whether or not it's going to be like 5 minutes, because it genuinely could be. They could go cheap and say, all right, here's your reunion, now shut up, you know? They could do that, you know? I mean, if y'all saw the video I did yesterday, we clearly can tell that Greg Nicotero wants us to just shut up and watch everything, you know? So, we know that that's how they treat us now, you know what I mean? That's how they want us to feel. They want us to just kiss their ass and say that everything they make is perfect, you know what I mean? Check out that video yesterday if you didn't see it. I was pretty freaking pissed off at that one. Yeah, apparently that's the mindset for the Walking Dead universe, is that we as fans are supposed to just shut up and watch what we get, you know what I mean? And support and give tens to everything, you know what I mean? Apparently that's their mindset, right? And, my simple answer, sorry I'm not a suck-up. Sorry I have demands for things that I'm passionate about. Sorry that I want to see a reunion with Rick and Daryl that y'all failed to do in the original series and The Ones Who Live. I'm so sorry I'm so pushy, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. It's ridiculous the way they treat us, you know? I thought better of them, honestly, and I was pretty disappointed yesterday when I heard him say that, and I was like, wow, okay. That's how it is, eh? Well, no wonder people are leaving your franchise, you know what I mean? So, it's crazy, but anyway, I will say, I'm hoping the ending is satisfying. I do believe Norman that he's aiming for a satisfying conclusion. Norman Reedus has a lot of pull as well, you know what I mean? We know he has a lot of influence, so I'm hoping that maybe he was the one that said, hey, yo, could we do a reunion with Rick, you know what I mean? That'd be nice, because obviously the Daryl show is ending. Why else would you stall that reunion if the Daryl show is ending? There's absolutely no reason for them to do that, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm hopeful for. Again, we'll see what ends up kind of going down here over the next year, see if this reunion is at all possible. If I hear leaks of Andrew Lincoln on set for season 4 of Daryl Dixon, and it's set in America after a little while, once they get home from Spain, then, I think there's definitely hope for this, y'all. I really do think so. And Norman Reedus saying it's a satisfying ending is definitely a good sound. I like the sound of that. So there's definitely hope, and there's definitely potential for hopefully a good conclusion for the Daryl Dixon show, as long as they, of course, work for it, you know what I mean? And, if it's not a satisfying conclusion, and if it's not a, enjoyable ending, then we will mention it. Unlike what Greg Nicotero asks us to do, which is just, sit there and just, just go along with everything, I'm saying, well, I'm sorry I don't go along with stuff that I don't think is all that good, I didn't think Daryl Dixon season 2 was that great, and I said it, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Which, by the way, side note, I do appreciate y'all's support on yesterday's video. I appreciate all the video responses I've seen from people, and the word that's spread about this whole fiasco that, he kind of dropped on us. I appreciate that us Walking Dead viewers can band together and really, talk about the just ridiculous ways that they're treating us fans. I'm glad that there's people out there that are speaking out, and I'm glad that there's people that are doing it and continue to do so, because we are loyal fans and we deserve to be treated correctly, right? And, somebody like me that does Walking Dead vids all the time, I think we deserve a little bit of respect, a little bit of respect I think would be nice from them. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts. Post your comments down below, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Scum, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of the Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected, every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.